the last Sultan of the world. On September 21, 1842, a prince named Abdulhamid was born to the Ottoman dynasty. Time change, and finally on August 31, 1876, Prince Abdulhamid ascended the Ottoman throne with the title Sultan Abdulhamid II. The cash he had earned from trade when he was prince and the experience he had gained were significant. He was a smart, wise sultan with political genius. The early years of his reign coincided with Russo-Turkish War, but it was not long before he put the state back in order. State's independence and preservation of the territorial integrity were his main principles. He was sent to exile in Selanik in the 33rd year of his reign. After staying here by force for a short period, he was transferred to Istanbul. He was 72 years old when he passed away at Beylerbeyi Palace. The great Sultan Abdulhamid following the foreign policy was a balanced policy. He was aware that the European states intended to share the world among themselves, and that the Ottoman Empire was among the main causes of the man. In his own words, he could not face them alone, and the only thing he could do was to play one against another, taking advantage to competition as each wanted a big share. This way, for many years he protected his country from falling prey to European states. He prevented Balkan nations to unite against Turkey. According to Huntington, he was a world-class politician. According to British Foreign Secretary Edward Grey, he was a ruler that reached the limits of human intelligence on external and internal forces, their game style, and how to employ these. German Emperor Wilhelm II once stated the following about him: "I learned politics from Abdulhamid." Sultan Abdulhamid had a very colorful personality. He had hobbies, passions he had taken up when he was a prince. He was interested in books, especially travel books and detective novels. He had numerous detective novels and political work translated. He was an avid reader. His magnificent library he established at Yıldız Palace is the best indicator of his passion for books. The Sultan, who rested his mind with books, calmed his body with carpentry. He was passionate about arts and antiques as well. Even the best carpenters could not produce handmade work as fine as his. He was very skilled, especially in fine wood carving. He had a personal carpentry shop in Yıldız for this purpose. He did not abandon books and carpentry even in his years of exile. Sultan Abdulhamid launched a series of reconstruction activities to even the remote corners of the country in order to increase people's level of education, and for rapid development of the country he had taken over with considerable foreign debt and major political issues. Architect education was provided in independent school for the first time, and the School of Fine Arts was opened in his period. In addition to schools that offered modern education and modern hospitals, clock towers, government office, railways, and telegraph line were built all across Anatolia, which rose one by one throughout the reign of Sultan Abdulhamid. Moreover, tombs, mosque, foundation, and thousands of historical buildings were repaired, and this way they could be preserved for a longer period of time. At the same time, the article style attained more national character in the period of Abdulhamid II. Abdulhamid II, the last Sultan of the world.